Good morning, everyone. The wee hours of the morning. The sun is just maybe starting in about a half hour to come up this morning. But I thought today we would do lesson number 1 in the student workbook, the workbook for students in A Course in Miracles. This old raggedy old version I have. And because it can be a little confusing, the lessons in the workbook for students, because of its abstractness. So maybe this will start with lesson number 1, where we can see and accept the abstract for what it is and the physical for what it is, and know what reality really is. So for example, lesson number 1, nothing I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place means anything. Now look slowly around you and practice applying this idea very specifically to whatever you see. This table, this desk I'm sitting at here, means nothing to me. This chair does not mean anything that I'm sitting in. This hand that I'm holding this book with does not mean anything. The foot of mine that's on this floor does not mean a single thing. A pen that I use to write with does not mean anything. Then when we look further away from our immediate area and simply apply the same idea to a wider range, that door going outside does not mean anything. My body does not mean anything. This lamp behind me does not mean anything. That airplane flying over above right now that I can hear in the background does not mean anything. A shadow does not mean anything. Nothing that these statements say have really mean, the meaning of these statements really mean that nothing that we physically see really means anything to us. Now, we don't really want to think too hard on this, because then the ego wants to come in and start making judgment and telling us how crazy we are for reading and reading this lesson in the first place. Notice that these statements are not arranged in any order, and make no allowance for differences in the kinds of things to which they are applied. That is the purpose of the exercise. This statement should merely be applied to anything that you see. As you practice the idea for this day, as you go about your day today, use it totally indiscriminately. Do not attempt to apply it to everything you see, because these exercises should not become ritualistic. In other words, we don't want to make a ritual out of this. That's because something the ego does is forms rituals. We just want to notice, and okay, the plane overhead, okay, but it really means nothing, and then let it go. These lessons contained in A Course in Miracles, especially the first 3 that I will do with you for the first 3 days, should not be done more than twice a day. Why? Well, first of all, should be done morning and evening, as the Course instructs us, nor should they be attempted for more than a minute or so, unless that entails a sense of hurry, like you're in a hurry to go somewhere or something. A comfortable sense of leisure is essential. Just like I'm dressed right now in the morning with this raggedy old t-shirt on, leisurely. And that's why I'm dressed this way early in the morning, to read this lesson. So the point of the lesson is just to notice the things, the physical things in this world for their real and true infinite meaning, but don't judge them, because then the ego wants to come in and tell us how crazy we are for even participating in this. And you know what I mean, because we constantly are judging ourselves all the time. So that is lesson number 1 of the Course in Miracles workbook for students. And the title of the lesson, once again, is called Nothing I See in This Room, on this street from this window, in this place, means anything to me. Thank you, and have a great day today without judgment.